Welcome to Sleep Shaper, your destination for expertly crafted sleep stories that help you fall asleep faster and deeper. I'm Saiful, your host. I'm so glad you're here, ready to unwind and find peace as we embark on a calming journey of forgiveness and grace. Tonight, we'll walk alongside Daniel, a man burdened by regret, as he learns the transformative power of grace, redemption, and self-forgiveness. Let the soft whispers of the evening breeze and the gentle unfolding of grace guide you into a deep, restful sleep. Before we begin, let's take a moment to settle into a place of complete comfort. Find a position that feels natural for you, whether you're lying on your back or curled up in a cozy spot. Let your body relax deeply into the surface beneath you. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with fresh, cool air. And now, gently exhale, letting go of any tension as the breath leaves your body. With each breath, feel your muscles begin to soften, releasing any tightness or stress from the day. Let your shoulders relax, your arms resting loosely by your sides. Feel the weight of your body sink deeper into your bed or chair, grounding you, making you feel more and more at ease. Now, bring your attention to your legs. Let them feel heavy and relaxed, as if the earth beneath you is cradling them. As you breathe slowly and calmly, imagine the soft, soothing sensation of the night air around you. Let the quietness of the evening begin to seep into your body and mind. With every breath, imagine that you are letting go of anything that might still be lingering in your mind. Release the thoughts that have been running through your head, and allow yourself to become fully present in this moment, here, right now. Let the sound of my voice be a gentle guide, helping you to sink further into a state of relaxation, ready to drift into a peaceful, restful sleep.
The town is bathed in a gentle twilight, the world quietly settling into evening. A serene stillness envelops the cobblestone streets, as though the entire town has paused to catch its breath. The air is cool, crisp, and carries the comforting scent of pine and earth, weaving together like a natural balm for the soul. The soft evening breeze brushes against your skin, a delicate touch whispering through the trees, bringing with it the quiet sound of rustling leaves. Daniel walks slowly, each step sinking deeper into the weight of the world that seems to pull him down. His steps are heavy, like the earth itself is reluctant to let him go. The cobblestones beneath his boots are smooth, worn by time, yet they feel sharp to him now. Each one, another reminder of the distance he's traveled, physically, but especially emotionally. The street lamps along the path flicker faintly, their warm light casting long, gentle shadows on the ground ahead. It's as though the lights themselves are reluctant to burn brightly in the coolness of the evening, offering only a faint glow that seems to struggle to hold back the darkness. The stillness of the world around him feels both peaceful and suffocating, like a blanket too heavy to shake off. As he walks, his heart feels like it's locked within a cage, the weight of his past mistakes pressing down with every breath. Memories, vivid and unforgiving, come rushing to him, faces of those he's wronged, words that can never be unsaid, apologies that were never given. They swirl in his mind like a relentless storm, each memory crashing into the next, making him dizzy with the intensity of regret. The faces he carries with him are imprinted on his soul, their eyes filled with disappointment, hurt, or simply silence. His own reflection in the moonlit windows as he passes is foreign to him, a person he barely recognizes. He wonders if they see the same guilt in him that he sees in himself. He wonders if anyone could understand the depths of what he carries inside. The world around him is so quiet, almost too quiet. The town is peaceful, nestled in the soft embrace of night, but his heart feels like it's caught in a tempest. The soft rustling of leaves is the only sound, mixing with the distant hum of night insects. Everything seems still, except for him, except for the storm inside. Daniel longs for peace. He longs to set down the heavy weight of guilt that clings to him like a shroud. But the more he tries to release it, the more it tightens around him. Each day brings more regret, and each night more restless thoughts. He stops in his tracks, standing beneath the ancient oak tree near the town's edge, its dark branches swaying gently in the evening breeze. His gaze rises to the sky. The moon is full, casting its silver light over the land, a quiet beacon in the dark. The moonlight is soft, glowing gently on the horizon like a promise, a distant, unreachable light in the dark sky. It shines down on him as though offering solace, and for the briefest moment he wonders if there's a way to be free from the weight of his past, free from the shackles of regret. A quiet longing stirs deep in his chest, something that feels almost like hope. He can almost hear a whisper in the cool night air, a soft question. What if there was a way to let go? What if forgiveness, grace, could be the key to setting his heart free? He stands there for a long time, still as the night, his thoughts gentle for the first time in what feels like forever. The weight of his guilt, though heavy, feels less suffocating in this moment. The quiet murmur of the breeze, the soft rustling of the leaves, seems to speak directly to his heart, as if the world itself is gently nudging him towards something, a possibility, a chance at redemption. In the silence of that moment, Daniel wonders if he might finally find peace. And with that thought, he takes a slow, steady breath, feeling the cool night air fill his lungs. The world seems a little less heavy now, and for the first time in a long while, he allows himself to believe that maybe, just maybe, forgiveness is possible. The following days bring a subtle shift in the air. There's something softer about the morning light, as though the world itself is exhaling, letting go of the weight that had hung so heavily in the air. The sun rises gently, casting golden rays through the soft canopy of trees that line the town square. The air is filled with the faint scent of fresh grass and the earthy fragrance of morning dew, a reminder that even the smallest things in life can offer comfort. Daniel, though still carrying the burden of his thoughts, notices a quiet change in the world around him. The cobblestone streets seem less oppressive today, the crispness of the air more inviting. He walks through the town, his steps slower, as if the weight on his chest has lightened ever so slightly, though the lingering heaviness still clouds his heart. It's on this rare morning that he meets Elijah. Sitting on a weathered park bench near the square, Elijah seems to blend seamlessly into the peace of the morning. His presence is quiet, calm, like a still pond that reflects the world without distortion. The faintest smile tugs at his lips as he watches the world pass by. His hands, gnarled with age, rest peacefully on his lap, his fingers lightly brushing the surface of his cane, which rests beside him. There's a sense of timelessness about Elijah. His grey hair and gentle face show the marks of age, yet his eyes, warm and kind, hold the glint of someone who has lived a life filled with understanding. He looks like someone who has learned the rhythms of life and embraced them, someone whose wisdom is drawn from quiet reflection rather than the noise of the world. Daniel, though unsure why, feels drawn to this man. There's something about Elijah that feels safe, as if sitting beside him might ease the storm inside his heart. Without thinking, he approaches and stops beside the bench. "Would you like to sit?" Elijah's voice is soft, yet filled with a quiet certainty, like the sound of a distant bell. There's no rush in his words, no pressure, just an invitation. Daniel hesitates for only a moment before lowering himself to the bench beside Elijah. The space feels peaceful, as if the very air has been softened by the presence of this older man. The breeze stirs, gently lifting the edges of their coats. The scent of blooming flowers mingles with the rich scent of earth, and the sound of birds softly calling in the distance creates a gentle soundtrack to this unexpected meeting. "You know," Elijah begins, his voice like a calm stream, "we all carry something with us, a memory, a mistake, a regret. It's part of being human. We live with the weight of those things and we think they'll never let us go." Daniel listens, his heart heavy, but with a new kind of curiosity. He had been thinking about his past, and these words echo the feelings he's struggled to express. Could someone understand? Could someone help him untangle the mess inside? But grace, Elijah continues, his voice never hurried, isn't about earning or deserving. It's a gift, freely given, a kind of love that doesn't ask for perfection. It just asks for you to accept it. Daniel blinks, his chest tightening, with a mixture of longing and confusion. Grace? The concept feels foreign, but something in the way Elijah speaks makes it seem not only possible, but deeply comforting. Elijah's eyes meet Daniel's, steady and warm, as if he's looking right into the depths of Daniel's soul. You see, forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's not about erasing what happened. It's about letting go of the pain you carry, the weight you hold in your heart. God's forgiveness is already there, waiting for you to accept it. And Once you do, you can begin to forgive yourself. A soft breeze lifts the corners of their coats, and the world around them seems to settle, like the air itself is breathing deeply with them. The birds stop their calls, the world is still, and for a moment, Daniel feels a flicker of something new. The heaviness inside him, though still there, seems to shift as if a small weight has been lifted. For the first time, Daniel wonders if Elijah's words might be true. Could it really be that simple? Could grace, this gift, really ease the pain he's carried for so long? You don't have to carry it alone, Daniel, Elijah adds gently. His voice holds no judgment, only compassion. There is freedom in grace, peace in forgiveness. Daniel doesn't respond immediately. He simply sits, taking in the words, letting them wash over him like the gentle breeze. The stillness around him deepens. The scent of earth and pine lingers in the air, the sound of birds gradually returning to their calls. Something in him stirs, a flicker of hope, like the first light of dawn breaking through the darkness. Maybe, just maybe, Elijah is right. Maybe it's time to let go. The night arrives quietly, as it always does in this small town, where the world seems to exhale into a soft and gentle stillness. The air is cool, the kind of crisp evening air that carries with it the earthy scent of dew-laden grass and the faintest hint of pine. Daniel lies in his bed, the covers pulled up around him, the soft rustle of the sheets whispering in the quiet room. Yet, despite the peacefulness of the night, his mind is far from still. The soft glow of moonlight filters through the window, casting silvery patterns across the floor. It should bring peace, but instead it highlights the restlessness inside, him like a soft spotlight on the turmoil of his heart. He turns over on his side, pulling his knees closer to his chest, the weight of his own thoughts pressing down on him. His heart beats slowly but heavily, as though each beat is marked by the weight of a memory, a regret. The night is cold, but the coolness does nothing to ease the burning ache within him. The house around him is silent. The only sound is the faint hum of night insects outside, their gentle song a soft lullaby for the world, but not for him. His thoughts churn like a storm, swirling and crashing in his mind. Faces he has wronged, words that can never be unsaid, mistakes that can never be undone. He can still feel the sharpness of those words, the hurt in their eyes. He can hear their voices, the disappointment, the anger. It's as though the weight of their judgment still lingers in the room, hanging in the air with him. Every moment he relives feels like an anchor, dragging him deeper into the sea of regret, pulling him further from the peace he so desperately craves. Daniel shifts again, his breath catching in his chest as he exhales deeply. The cool night air feels comforting against his skin, but his thoughts are suffocating, tightening around him like a vice. His hands rest loosely on the pillow, the soft fabric cool against his skin, but inside his heart races with uncertainty. He thinks of Elijah's words, grace, forgiveness, letting go, and yet the weight of guilt feels so real, so tangible. It feels impossible to simply release. Can I really be forgiven? Daniel whispers into the darkness, his voice barely a breath. The question hangs in the still air, unanswered, lost in the quiet night. For a long while, there is no response. The house remains still, the world outside gentle and unchanged. Daniel's eyes close and he inhales slowly, deeply. The coolness of the air fills his lungs, but the heaviness in his chest doesn't ease. He opens his eyes again, staring at the moonlit shadows that stretch across the floor, feeling the silence around him become thicker, heavier. But as he lies there, something shifts. A quiet voice, a soft whisper, rises from the depths of his heart. It's faint, barely there, but it's enough to make him pause. Maybe forgiveness isn't about erasing the past. The thought comes gently, as though it is the beginning of something. Maybe it's about letting go of the hold it has over me. Maybe it's about giving myself permission to heal. Daniel takes a slow breath, feeling the weight of those words. He shifts slightly, his body sinking deeper into the mattress as the cool sheets settle around him. He imagines his body releasing the tension in his shoulders, his hands relaxing by his sides. The room is still quiet, but within him something feels different. A faint, tentative calm. As the night deepens, the quiet hum of the world outside seems to lull him. The rustling of the wind through the trees just beyond the window, a soothing sound, a reminder that the world is still turning, moving forward, even when it feels like time is standing still. The steady rhythm of his own breath becomes a gentle mantra, guiding him to a place where the weight of guilt begins to ease, just slightly, with each exhale. The soft sound of the night, distant and comforting, seems to echo through him, creating space in his heart where peace can slowly begin to take root. His thoughts are still, but now they feel less frantic. The storm inside him, though not gone, begins to calm, like the first soft rain after a long dry spell. He doesn't have all the answers, but he feels something shifting within him, a quiet acceptance of the possibility that grace might just be the way forward. As Daniel's breathing slows, his body relaxes deeper into the bed. The coolness of the sheets a comforting reminder of the night's quiet embrace. The world outside continues its rhythm, the steady hum of life moving onward, while Daniel lies there, suspended in the stillness of the night, beginning to surrender the weight of his past. He doesn't need to have it all figured out, just a willingness to trust that healing can begin, and forgiveness is a gift waiting for him. And in that quiet moment, the storm inside him is not gone, but it is softer, gentler, like the stillness of the night just before the dawn. One evening, as the sky deepens into a blanket of twilight, Daniel finds himself standing at the edge of a tranquil lake. The water, still and glass-like, reflects the fading light of the day, capturing the deep hues of purple and blue that stretch endlessly across the horizon. The world around him seems so peaceful, so serene, yet within him a storm brews, quiet but intense. His feet sink softly into the cool earth beneath him, and he gazes out over the water, watching the gentle ripple of the surface, disturbed only by the occasional breeze. The air is cool against his skin, the scent of damp earth and fresh water mingling, bringing with it a sense of calm. But despite the beauty of the scene before him, Daniel feels the restlessness in his chest tighten, like the winds of a coming storm. The world around him is still, yet inside the storm rages. His thoughts are a whirlwind, the guilt and fear rising within him, each one more intense than the last. He can't escape the memories of his past, the hurt he's caused, the words he wishes he could take back. His chest feels tight with it, all the weight of his mistakes pressing down on him as though he's drowning in his own regret. A sudden gust of wind sweeps across the lake, and Daniel feels a shiver run through him, the cold air mixing with the turmoil inside him. He takes a deep breath, trying to steady himself, but it's like trying to calm the wind. The guilt, the shame, it all feels too much to bear. His mind races, and he whispers to the vast, empty sky, as though the heavens themselves can answer. "How can I be forgiven?" he asks, his voice barely a whisper, lost in the howling wind. The question echoes through him, reverberating in his chest, but no answer comes. The wind intensifies, swirling around him as if reflecting the turmoil inside his heart. The storm that rages in his mind becomes as real as the one beginning to form in the sky above. The once calm surface of the lake begins to shift, the ripples growing larger as the wind picks up. The storm is upon him now, the dark clouds moving quickly across the sky, blotting out the last of the evening light. The first drops of rain fall, light at first, then harder, each one a small reminder of the heaviness he carries. The cold rain pelts his face, mixing with the tears he had not realized were falling, his heart crying out for release. As the storm intensifies, Daniel's thoughts become more frantic. How can I find peace when I've done so much wrong? Can anyone ever truly forgive me? Can I ever forgive myself? His voice is lost in the wind, but the question remains, heavy and unrelenting. Yet, in the midst of the storm, something changes. The wind, though still fierce, begins to soften. The rain lightens, no longer a harsh downpour, but a steady, soothing rhythm, as if the storm is beginning to ease its grip on him. In the distance, just beyond the edge of the storm, the first rays of dawn begin to pierce through the dark clouds, soft and gentle, like a quiet promise. Daniel watches in awe, his heart slowing as the light begins to break through. the colors of the sunrise blending with the fading storm clouds. The air around him feels different now, warmer, softer. The storm within him, though not gone, begins to lose its intensity. It's like a storm that has run its course, leaving behind only the quiet aftermath. The coolness of the rain on his skin now feels refreshing, cleansing, as if it's washing away some of the weight he's carried for so long. He breathes in, deeply, the scent of rain and earth filling his lungs, grounding him. Slowly, the pounding of his heart begins to steady, the frantic thoughts softening, and in their place, something new begins to grow. A quiet sense of peace, the first light of dawn breaks through the clouds completely now, spilling across the water, turning the surface into a soft mirror of light. The storm has passed. The sky, though still touched by the remnants of dark clouds, is opening up to the promise of a new day. Daniel stands still, feeling the peace settle within him, a warmth spreading through his chest, replacing the coldness of guilt. The storm inside him, though not entirely gone, is softer now, more manageable, like the fading rain that no longer holds him captive. And in that moment, as he watches the sunlight dance across the water, Daniel realizes something. He doesn't need to have all the answers right now. The storm will come and go, but the light, the grace, will always be there to guide him through. And maybe, just maybe, that's all he needs to begin healing. As the wind calms and the rain stops, Daniel allows himself to be still, standing by. The lake, the first light of dawn washing over him. He is not yet whole, but he is beginning to understand that forgiveness, like the storm, is a process. It doesn't happen all at once, but it does come. And as he stands there, feeling the warmth of the new day, he knows that he is moving toward it, slowly but surely. The storm has passed. The sky is clear now, the clouds dissipating like fading memories, leaving behind a tranquil expanse of soft blue. The air is fresh, cool but gentle, as if the earth itself is breathing in the peace that follows the chaos. The once turbulent lake now rests in stillness, its surface like glass, reflecting the sky above in perfect symmetry. The world feels different, softer, as though the earth has been renewed. Daniel stands at the water's edge, his feet firmly planted on the cool earth beneath him, feeling the ground steady beneath his weight. The calm of the lake mirrors the calm he is beginning to feel within himself, though it is still fragile, like the first light of dawn breaking through the darkness. The gentle breeze lifts his hair, its touch cool but soothing, a soft reminder of the peace that surrounds him. He takes a deep breath, the air filling his lungs with its crisp, earthy scent. He exhales slowly, and with each breath he feels the last remnants of the storm within him begin to dissipate, like the rain that has already soaked into the earth, leaving nothing but a soft dampness behind. There is a quiet weightlessness Now a lightness that wasn't there before, as though the burden he carried for so long has begun to lift, just enough to make room for something new. Daniel closes his eyes, the stillness of the world around him wrapping around him like a soft blanket. The faint sound of water lapping against the shore is the only noise, rhythmic and calming, like a lullaby whispered by the earth. He stands there for a long while, allowing himself to simply be, to exist in this moment of peace. And then it comes, soft, like the first rays of sunlight breaking over the horizon. The realization that grace, the gift he's been seeking, is not something he has to earn or strive for. It is simply there, waiting for him to accept it. It is as effortless as the breeze that brushes his skin, as gentle as the warmth of the sun on his face. Grace, he realizes, is not about perfection. It's not about erasing the past or pretending the mistakes never happened. It is about letting go of the chains that have held him captive, about forgiving himself, about accepting that God's love and forgiveness have always been there, free for him to accept. A soft smile touches Daniel's lips as he opens his eyes, feeling the warmth of the sun on his face. The world feels new, as if it has been washed clean by the rain, and so too his heart feels lighter, freer. The weight of his guilt, though not entirely gone, no longer grips him with the same force. It's as if the burden has been replaced with something else, something softer, more comforting. The stillness of the lake, the soft rustle of the wind, and the warm light surrounding him all seem to speak the same message. Forgiveness has come, not because he earned it, but because it was always meant for him. It is a gift that frees him from the past and gives him the chance to move forward, to live with peace in his heart. Daniel looks out over the water again, the surface reflecting the soft glow of the sun, a mirror of the peace settling within him. He feels something stir inside him, a new hope, a quiet joy that he has long forgotten. The guilt that once felt suffocating now feels like a distant memory, fading into the past where it belongs. In its place is a lightness, a space in his heart for peace, for grace, and for healing. He takes another slow, deep breath, allowing the cool air to fill his lungs, and as he exhales, he feels the last of the heaviness drift away. He knows he is not perfect, but he also knows that he doesn't have to be. He is enough, just as he is, and that knowledge fills him with a calm joy that he can finally rest in. The gentle breeze continues to brush against him, the soft sound of the water lapping at the shore like a steady rhythm, soothing his soul. And as the evening sky begins to change colors once again, Daniel knows that he is walking into a new chapter, one where grace is his guide and forgiveness is his strength. He feels no need to rush. The peace is here, and he knows that he is ready to embrace it, to rest in it, and to move forward, free from the burden of his past. As the stars begin to appear in the evening sky, Daniel stands by the lake, his heart finally at rest, ready to close his eyes and drift into the peaceful sleep that he has long been waiting for. In this quiet moment, he knows that grace has touched his soul, and he can rest in the knowledge that he is forgiven.